She was left standing alone, tears welling in her eyes, as the rest of the royal family carried on as if nothing had happened. In the glittering halls of Windsor Castle, where smiles are carefully crafted and every move is rehearsed for the cameras, something deeply real had just happened, something no camera could fully capture. Why did Prince William deny Queen Camilla the one request she made for her son? What was so important that he was willing to spark public embarrassment, tension within the palace walls, and a renewed storm of speculation? And most of all, what does this reveal about the true power dynamics behind the royal family's polished front? Prince William's relationship with Queen Camilla has never been simple. It isn't just the history, it's the weight of grief, legacy, and unresolved pain that hangs between them like a shadow. William, the son of the beloved Princess Diana, grew up watching the royal house slowly unravel under the weight of his parents' broken marriage. He was just a teenager when Diana died in that devastating car crash in 1997, and from that moment on, everything changed. Publicly, he became the golden future of the monarchy. Privately, he became fiercely protective of his mother's memory. So, when Camilla, the woman many blamed for Diana's heartache, was officially brought into the royal family, William's acceptance was never full. It was cautious, measured, and layered with quiet discomfort. For years, William maintained the delicate balance between respect and distance. He smiled when protocol demanded it, stood beside her at major events, and even spoke kindly of her in public. But the tension remained, simmering beneath the surface. As Camilla's role within the monarchy grew stronger, especially after she became queen consort when Charles took the throne, the unease between them only deepened. What appeared on the surface as unity was, in truth, a fragile truce held together by duty and appearances. Then came the charity gala at Windsor Castle, a grand evening meant to symbolize harmony and purpose within the royal family. But instead of unity, it became the stage for a confrontation that had been building for years. Camilla requested that her eldest son, Tom Parker Bowles, attend the event. She wanted him to be acknowledged, not just as her son, but as part of her life as queen. But William said no, firmly, without hesitation. Tom, after all, was not of royal blood. Including him would blur the lines of tradition that William was determined to protect. To William, allowing Tom a seat at that table wasn't just a small favor, it was a dangerous precedent that could damage the image and integrity of the monarchy. Camilla was humiliated. Witnesses say she was visibly upset, even tearful. It wasn't just about Tom, it was about what her exclusion symbolized. After decades of fighting for her place, after finally being crowned queen, she was reminded that her family was still considered outsiders. For King Charles, the situation was agonizing. He saw the pain in his wife's eyes and the unbending resolve in his son's. As both a father and a husband, he was forced to choose diplomacy over emotion, summoning his family behind closed doors in hopes of keeping the cracks from widening further. But behind those palace walls, it wasn't just about one event. The real conflict was about the future of the monarchy. William has long envisioned a streamlined, tradition-focused royal house, one that honors legacy and avoids anything that might be seen as nepotism or favoritism. That vision doesn't leave room for Camilla's relatives to be absorbed into official royal life. His rejection of Tom's invitation wasn't personal, he insisted. It was about preserving boundaries. But for Camilla, it felt personal. Deeply so. And this wasn't the only boundary William enforced. Not long after the Windsor incident, another quiet but telling decision emerged. Annabel Elliot, Camilla's sister and longtime interior designer for royal properties, had her contracts quietly ended under William's leadership as Duke of Cornwall. Annabel had been trusted for years, working closely with the family. But with William now overseeing the Duchy of Cornwall, he began making changes, restructuring roles, tightening oversight, and letting go of long-standing staff with personal ties. Camilla was reportedly heartbroken, seeing it as yet another move to minimize her family's presence within the royal structure. William, however, believed it was necessary to modernize operations and bring a fresh, more professional approach. These actions, while explained as administrative decisions, sent a clear message. William may respect Camilla's title, but he does not view her family as part of the monarchy's inner circle. And while he keeps his disagreements mostly out of the public eye, his decisions speak volumes. Each one reflects not just his personal beliefs, but also the values shaped by his mother's legacy. He knows what Diana endured. He remembers how the world rallied around her and how deeply she was wounded by the betrayal she felt. William has never forgotten that. And even now, it shapes how he views his role, his responsibilities, and the people he chooses to allow into the sacred space of royal influence. Camilla, for her part, has worked tirelessly to earn her place. She stood by Charles through decades of public backlash, slowly gaining public acceptance and respect. Becoming queen consort was the culmination of that long journey. But that title, it seems, still doesn't shield her from old wounds and invisible walls. Her children, her sister, those closest to her, remain on the outside, kept at arm's length by a future king who continues to draw clear lines between public duty and private loyalty. Kate Middleton has often played a quiet, stabilizing role in the background. Her grace, warmth, and dedication have helped soften tensions over the years, and insiders say she's encouraged William to find common ground with Camilla. And while there have been occasional moments of genuine warmth between William and Camilla, especially during times of shared crisis, those moments are fleeting. The deeper issues remain unresolved. Their vision for the monarchy is fundamentally different. William sees it as an institution built on heritage and structure. Camilla, having had to fight for her legitimacy, sees room for inclusion and personal loyalty. Royal experts now speculate that once William becomes king, he may shift Camilla's role in significant ways. While she will likely retain her title of queen consort, her public visibility could be scaled back. William is expected to shape the monarchy around his own ideals, leaner, more formal, and more focused on direct lineage. It's a vision that honors the past, especially his mother's memory, but risks leaving behind those who entered the royal fold through marriage rather than birth. To the public, the occasional smiles and shared appearances might seem like signs of harmony. But those who watch closely see the careful choreography, the avoidance of overlap, the calculated distance. Every decision, from event invitations to staffing roles, reveals the subtle but powerful struggle happening behind the palace doors. King Charles continues to walk a difficult line, supporting his wife while preparing his son to take over. He values stability, unity, and tradition. But the deep emotional history that binds and divides his family cannot be erased with protocol and polished statements. He hopes that with time, William and Camilla will find a respectful equilibrium. But for now, the cracks remain, thinly veiled by smiles and royal formality. This isn't just a family disagreement. It's a reflection of a monarchy in transition. One generation grappling with the legacy of loss and betrayal, the other trying to cement its place in a world that still judges it harshly. William's actions, excluding Tom, letting go of Annabelle, enforcing boundaries, speak to his commitment to tradition, but they also expose the personal cost of protecting that tradition. In the end, the story of Prince William and Queen Camilla is not about hatred or rivalry. It's about pain, memory, loyalty, and the impossible task of reconciling a personal past with a public future. The British monarchy may be one of the oldest institutions in the world, but it is still made of people, people who hurt, who remember, and who must make choices that ripple far beyond themselves. The question now is whether those choices will bring healing or deepen the divide. If you found this story as fascinating and emotional as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more behind-the-scenes royal stories. Your support helps us keep bringing you the truth behind the headlines, because there's always more than meets the eye.